Hey guys, happy Sunday morning to you. Hope your weekend was and is a good one. May you have a very restful, peaceful day today to make up for late nights of partying. Doing some tests here with, got a base of the Tamiya primer with Vallejo oily steel. And this portion has been cleared with Future. And I don't know if you can catch the shinier part, has been done with Model Master Gloss with Vallejo OD Green over that, which I want to try and use the brush cleaner and work through the OD Green, but do it to produce an effect that I'm hoping will look like years of wear on the panel, wearing through the paint, instead of something that maybe could be produced by the hairspray technique, maybe that's more of a chipping. Want to try to find a little smoother transition. Anyway, I got a message from Cohen that one of the pictures I sent him, it looked like dry brushing, so I may have to tinker with the dry brushing as well. We got the ATST with some added goodies. Made what looks like some hydraulic linkage here on the feet. Added just some plating to be some more armor here on the side of the cab, as well as towards the front of the cab. Added some goodies to the chin gun. What they are, well, we're going to call those counterbalances for laser projection. How's that? I think I do pretty good making this up on the fly. The sight gun has been, I've removed a couple of them and just used some tube styrene, and then a little larger, maybe it makes like a muzzle brake or something, I guess. Maybe if he's gangster, it could be a silencer. Here at the back, more plating. I was actually calling these heat sinks when they went on. Some tubing around these fans, because these fans were flat. They were like a pancake. They needed something there. And obviously that was done after the gray was sprayed, so congratulations to me on getting to spray some more paint. And here at the roof, this is a leftover minigun from the Pavlo that I decided not to use at the rear. So it is now a pop-up gun on an ATST. It just goes back down into that hatch and covers up, and yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I can't think of anything else that I've really added to try and make it to my eye, when it first went together, it already looks just those little odds and ends, and these where I've kind of drilled out the rivets to give it some, it looks good, I think, without going crazy, because if I know me, I could sit here with a drill bit and just go crazy, and I'd be looking at Swiss cheese by the time I was done. You wouldn't even know what the hell it was. So yay for me for not going completely overboard. This is not the right scale. He's still just a little too large, but that's as small as my eyeballs can get it right now, considering when it comes to sculpting, I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. So, and it was kind of yapping with Cohen that just gave me that final confidence of, you know what, just throw it in the oven and bake it. Because I read about it and you hear, oh yeah, if it's a little too thin or a little too thick, it can explode and crack and break. And Well, that would just bum me out, and I finally decided that, well, if it cracks or breaks, too bad, so sad. And knock on wood, or Formica, or particle board, whatever the hell's under here, nothing is broke yet. I have another project going, but that's a surprise, I keep telling you. That goes with the F-16. Speaking of the F-16, this, I used the last of my light ghost gray, and I am out of dark ghost gray, so I am going to have to wait until I get my hands on some, or maybe I'll just decide to try and get brave enough and mix up a dark gray, since I haven't been one to really follow the charts all that great. And let's see here. Let me just get the damn stand out of there. Come on, you butt of a sitch. So there is some visual panel lines under there still. And I'm thinking after I go over it with a darker gray, that's when I want to get over some of these panels that they almost have rounded edges, like they would be a removable panel, to get into, I don't know, avionics, all kinds of goodies that they have to do maintenance on. But I was thinking maybe taping those off and going over them again with a light haze of a light gray, or maybe even a really, really light white, to have them pop out. Set this down, please don't break off. One other item that I tried to do, excuse me for a moment, was tint the glass. We're over there in that Iraqi desert. It's mighty bright, so the government was kind enough to provide this canopy by Ray-Ban. I love it. Canopy by Ray-Ban. Designer jets. I love it. Don't ask me why that struck me as funny, but it was just early in the morning. Yeah, I'm certainly not drunk yet. No, anyway. Yeah, mixed up some smoke and yellow, and I ended up buying a small jar of the Tamiya thinner just for the fun of it. And yeah, I couldn't believe it actually turned out, well, for the first time attempting it, it turned out awesome in my opinion. And now it's got about 8 more hours to go by what I read, and it'll be ready to be dipped in the pledge. So yeah, that's where we're at. Just got done watching Darren Shank's fire truck video for the It's a Snap, and I gotta say I'm wowed by a snap build that looks that neat. That's a cool detail. And just the thought of doing a diorama with that, and how would you make the fire hoses and ladders, and you could, if you were going to do a diorama, this kit he's working on, you could go wild with it. You really could, when you start thinking about all the things you could add to a diorama with that fire truck. And shit, I'm going to sit here and talk myself into buying one is what I'm going to do. So, yeah. Oh, God damn. Guys, I'm sorry for yucking it up so much. If anybody else is still there, if you just give me a uno commento. Yes, I said commento. Because my Spanish is no better than my goddamn English. this is my entry into the D-Day group build. Reading up on it and talking to Cohen, I didn't know it was separate divisions, I guess. The desert rats, I guess their exploits, from what I read, were made famous in Africa, and then the way I read it, it seemed like they participated in D-Day. But then again, the 7th Division was mixed in there as well. So I guess I'm confused as to, now, is it the Desert Rats, or are the Desert Rats and the 7th Division one and the same? I'm sure they had more than one of these, and they participated in all kinds of places. And to be honest, whichever one I build will probably be, and it probably won't be. I would like to go with the Mickey Mouse camo, but something tells me that tan right there I'm going to find was the African version, and from what I've read, the Canadians, it was basically just a green, and it's not real clear on what the Brits did paint wise. Nigel Wells, Cohen had mentioned your name, and of course that your unit was the 7th, and of course, like you would know a whole bunch about the 7th from way back when, because gee, you don't quite look old enough to participate in D-Day, to be real honest with you. But if you or anybody else could toss out some ideas, I'm going to keep looking online myself. The couple of black and white photos that I find, it's a solid color vehicle. There's no camo to it at all, which, if that's what it is, well, then that's what I've got. The color that'll be added will be added with stowage and grease and dirt and all that good stuff, wear around the rivets, and yeah, since it's a 6-month build, should be able to take time and learn a new trick or two. That's my plan. But yeah, please, if any of you guys know any info of the paint schemes, like I said, I'd like to do the Mickey Mouse camo, but I'm betting my money with that brown that that was the African, or the Africa paint job that was used. Oh well, if it's going to be green, it's going to be green. I'm going to have to do it one of these days. So, and maybe in the next update I'll have a couple of more helicopters to show, because believe it or not, the helicopters just keep on showing up. I can't explain it. Somebody pointed out a good deal, bam, buy it. Somebody pointed out a good deal, bam, buy it. Don't point out any more good deals, I'm broke. I'm just kidding. Alright guys, back to work. It's Sunday, 9 o'clock here. Hopefully you're just waking up to a nice, peaceful, quiet day. God willing, huh? Talk to you gents later. Have a good one. Bye.